cinematographers and editors, when we often say that their work is very good, they don't really accept it because they want their work to be invisible. But that's not the case with sound. Sound is very crucial for a film, right? So what is the parameter to judge the sound, in whether it's good or bad in a film?
I would say if somebody say that, I heard that sound in that film, which means it's a problem.
Right.
I don't want to be heard. I want to be emotionally dipped in the experience of the story. And people come out and then they realize that, oh wow, if they say that, then for me that is the biggest compliment.
Right. So Resul sir, your childhood was in Kollam. You grew up in Kollam, and then you studied physics in college, and then you went on to go to FTII Pune, and then you did sound engineering. So when you look back, are you able to connect the dots between what you had studied in college and what you're doing right now?
I think completely. I think what I've studied, I went to film school.
Right.
I left my law and joined film school because I wanted to be I thought studying sound in cinema is an extension of my physics studies. If you ask me really what I wanted to do, I wanted to be a physicist.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. I fell in love with physics and I wanted to be a physicist.
Right. And so film is not a completely different medium, is that what you're saying?
Not at all. Not at all. I wanted to research in superconductivity and invent superconductive element and win a Nobel Prize for India. That was my dream.
Wow.
When I was
and you won an Oscar.
Instead, like you think, they say the man proposes and God disposes, Yes. He had other plans.
Yeah.
And he instead gave me an Oscar. Not a mean feat though. But understanding physics has given me another dimension to understand the possibility of sound, I'm saying there's a lot of mysticism in sound, which we keep exploring.
Right.
And sound is a lot of metaphysics in sound. The experience of sound is very, very metaphysical.
Right.
So I am taking physics to a different level, and my understanding of physics is actually helping me in understanding, electronics and softwares and things that I need to design and things I need to develop. I am part of developing microphones. I'm part of developing things that I require for a film. The demand is keep increasing.
Right. So have you always kept your benchmark very high? That's what it seems like after talking to you.
I have no benchmark. It's that I strive for excellence in my work. It's very difficult to satisfy me, myself.
Right.
And I give my fullest in every film that I work. That is the only magnitude that I have. In some film it becomes success, people recognizes it and they celebrate it, and some they don't, which is okay.
Right. So in one of your interviews, you said that you wanted to be an actor, but when you got a couple of offers, you rejected it. Do you still have the plans of acting?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Of course, and you do, there were advertisements in the newspaper that you apply for and all that. Didn't happen. When I went to film school, a lot of film projects that I have acted, and now there are a lot of people came after me, and I ran away from them. Life is different, something that you
still
think
around films though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like the
so
way.
Is that satisfying?
Hugely. My work is my life, and yeah, I find happiness in my work.
Right. Do you think India needs approval from the West to be actually appreciated, be it the Oscars or the other film festivals? It's almost like we look up to these big awards to, abroad to feel that sense of achievement, or because that being the best in the world. Do you have those thoughts, or?
See, it's like this. When Pather Panjali went to Cannes and won, the best film in Cannes,